Hello fellas and welcome back. Today, we're continuing our story with part 3, titled The Darkness That Lures. We here at Saiyan Theorists truly appreciate the amazing support you've shown on parts 1 and 2. And you know what? Let's make this interesting. How about a little challenge? Can we hit 20 likes on this video before part 4 drops? Let's see if we can pull it off. With that said, let's dive right into the next chapter of Dragon Ball Super Eclipse. The night was restless. Tapion stirred in his sleep, haunted by visions. A cloaked figure ran through shifting shadows, clutching a box. His crimson skin and black eyes glowed with malice. The world twisted, and in a flash, Tapion saw a child, a mirror of himself, smiling gently. But the smile distorted, replaced by a scream that shook the heavens. Out of the void thundered a pair of monstrous legs, Hirudegarn's legs. Tapion bolted awake, breath heavy, sweat dripping. It was another nightmare, one of many. His burden never allowed him peace. Bulma was waiting, dark circles under her eyes. She had stayed up all night to finish the containment chamber she had promised. "You're awake," she said, exhaustion in her voice. Tapion sat up slowly. "Are you sure it will work?" he asked. Bulma smiled faintly. "Only one way to find out." Elsewhere, in Satan City, Gohan's evening was interrupted by Vidal's urgent voice. She pointed to the television, where reporters described strange weather patterns and swirling black mist anomalies around South City. Before he could dismiss it, the broadcast shook violently. The city itself was trembling, the camera catching a massive shadow beginning to form before cutting to static. Piccolo's voice suddenly cut into Gohan's mind. "Meet me at South City, now." Moments later, Gohan transformed into his G and unleashed his full ultimate form. But when he arrived, the disturbance was gone. All that remained was Piccolo seated in meditation, his expression grave. "To the lookout," Piccolo said simply. "Something isn't right." Together they ascended. Dende awaited them, visibly shaken. "The skies above the lookout are warping," he explained. "As guardian of Earth, I was pulled into the archives of this planet. Kami's old scrolls revealed something. A group known as the Makai Order. Rogue god-sorcerers who once twisted Namekian magic to create monsters." Piccolo's eyes widened. His memories of Kami and Nail's knowledge of forbidden arts all connected. "The Makai Order," he muttered. Then his face hardened. "Tapion, his story it all fits," he turned to Gohan. "We can't waste time. Earth is in grave danger." As they departed for Capsule Corps, Gohan urged Dende, "Contact my father. He's with King Kai. He needs to know." Dende nodded firmly. Meanwhile, on a distant world, Goku's training had taken a turn. He sparred in a vast ethereal dojo surrounded by floating islands and blue fire. Watching silently was the Grand Kai, his usual levity gone. "You're strong, Goku," he said. "But strength alone won't save you from this enemy." Goku wiped sweat from his brow. "Then what will?" "Understanding." The old Kai gestured as a portal tore open in the air. Beyond it lay the Temple of Echoes, a realm where the remnants of forgotten worlds and ancient evils whispered endlessly. To fight negative energy, you must confront what you've buried. Reluctantly, Goku stepped into the Temple of Echoes. The air was suffocating, thick with static and the stench of decay. The floor was cold stone, but it pulsed faintly as though alive, and black mist slithered across it like serpents. Time felt broken here, moments stretching and collapsing in on themselves, and each step seemed to echo forever. He lit his body in golden flame, transforming into a Super Saiyan, but even that brilliant light barely pierced the veil. His aura, normally blinding, flickered weakly, devoured by the darkness. His heart pounded. For the first time in a long time, Goku felt something he rarely admitted to himself: fear. Then, the voices began. At first they were whispers, distorted murmurs that scratched the inside of his skull. But soon they grew sharper, clearer, until the mist pulsed and took form. Emerging from it was his son, teenage Gohan, battered and bloodied, his eyes hollow and accusing. "Why weren't you there, Dad?" the Echo asked softly. Goku froze, his voice caught in his throat. "Gohan, what is this? You said I could do it alone. I did, but at what cost?" The air trembled and the temple cracked violently. The Cell games replayed around him, Cell's laughter echoing endlessly. The final Kamehameha repeated again and again. Gohan's scream, Cell's erasure, the dust clearing, but always ending with Goku's absence. The truth of it cut deeper than any blade. Before he could respond, another voice tore through the smoke. Vegeta appeared, broken and bloodied as he had been on Namek, kneeling in defeat. He looked up at Goku, his expression twisted in rage. "You spared me," Vegeta spat, "and I killed countless after. Why?" Goku's fists trembled. "Because I saw something in you. You weren't just a monster." Vegeta's eyes burned red, his voice like thunder. "You were wrong." His aura flared in hateful crimson, the shadows feeding on his fury. The scene warped again, and this time it struck deeper. Chi-Chi emerged from the mist, clutching a toddler Goten in her arms. Her face was pale, her voice cold and distant. "He never even knew you," she said flatly. Goku's chest tightened. "Chi-Chi, please." But then Goten's voice broke the silence, small, trembling, innocent. "Why did you leave, Dad?" The mist twisted, warping the boy's image into a teenager, older, bitter, cruel. His smile was jagged, his eyes void. The voice became warped with malice. "Why did you leave?" The figures of Gohan, Vegeta, Chi-Chi, and Goten swirled together, merging into a storm of shadows. Their accusations echoed from every direction, voices overlapping, suffocating him. "You are not a hero. You are a failure. You are the cause." The words stabbed into him like daggers. His aura faltered, shrinking to embers. His knees buckled and he collapsed onto the stone floor. His hands pressed into the ground, trembling. He couldn't meet their eyes. I made mistakes," he whispered, voice breaking. "I wasn't there. I wasn't enough." The shadows pressed closer, their weight unbearable. For a moment, Goku felt himself drowning in them, his light almost extinguished, and for the first time, he truly believed it. Maybe he wasn't a hero. Then, faintly, the Grand Kai's words echoed through the void. "Use your purity, your innocence, your compassion. Forgive yourself and others. Be the light in the dark." Goku's eyes snapped open, his breath steadied. He clenched his fists against the stone and forced himself up inch by inch as the voices screamed and clawed at him. His aura reignited, gold burning against the shadows. Tears ran down his face, but his resolve was iron. And that wraps up episode 3 of Dragon Ball Super Eclipse. We hope you all enjoyed this chapter as much as we enjoyed putting it together. I do want to apologize for this one being a little shorter than usual. I recently had my wisdom teeth removed, and narrating was a bit tough this time around. But anyways, if you did enjoy the episode, don't forget to leave a like and help us hit that 20 like challenge before part 4 arrives. And of course, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Until then, this has been Saiyan Theorist. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.